Okay, Roger once again, Mud Fossil University, today with the two biggest mistakes in human history. Number one, well, the worst we will get to in a moment, but the second worst was Albert Einstein's E equals mc squared. He said that light has no mass. It is a photon. It is a massless photon. And then he said E equals mc squared, which means that light has no energy, because if E equals mc squared and mass is zero, that means energy is zero. So let's go beyond the mistakes in history, and then let's go to the biggest one, which is Genesis 6.4 in the Bible. Now, this is Mud Fossil University. We have all kinds of stuff here. This is, whoops, excuse me, sir. This is what you need to go to first. Go up on Mud Fossil University. Watch this one. It's 20 minutes long. The first material ancient timeline has been established. There's a dragon, the Leviathan. All this stuff is here. And if you don't see it in here, then you might as well go play video games or something, because you will never see the other things that I'll be talking about. So if you go here and you don't see anything there, then you're on your own. Okay, my good friends, this is the number one worst mistake in history, and it pertains to Genesis 6.4. It's been misinterpreted, is my claim, and you can make your own decision, but here's why I'm claiming this. What it should say is there were giants in the earth in those days, which were the Titans. They were the men of old, obviously. They were the oldest first ones. The men of renown, the Titans, everybody knew their name. And then also after that, when the sons of God went into the daughters of man. Those were the new giants. So the old giants can't be the new giants, it's obvious. There were giants in the earth in those days. These were the Titans, the men of old, the men of renown. And after that, there was more giants when the sons of God went into the daughters of man. That is the way it was supposed to be read and understood. And it is actually written that way, but they put a sentence within a sentence. And nobody could get their hands around the fact that the earth is literally constructed of giants. The Titans were the men of renown, the men of old. This is the facts. Now, once this was misunderstood, nothing's right after that, because they said, well, there's no giant. Now they say there's giants on the earth, They were on the earth in those days. So they're changing things, and they're not supposed to change these things. It says any man that puts an extra word in here or takes one away, he's in trouble, big time, for doing either one or the other. You're supposed to read the words that are there. Now, they've been misinterpreted, that's what I'm saying. So, what do you got to do now? You got to look at every single thing again and say, what does that really mean? In this light of these gigantic creatures, what about Revelations 12, the woman on the moon, and the dragon coming in to try to take God's son, or at least a child that the woman was giving birth to? What about that? Is that real? Well, yes, I think it is real, because I see the chemistry that fell on earth from a vaginal, normal human birth, afterbirth. Red dust fell all over the earth. Chunks of limestone fell all over the earth, which is from the umbilical cord, extremely mineralized and little spiky little things. Then literal bread fell. Manna fell. That's from the gelatinous, lactose-infused placenta. And this was all fell. And then prior to that, there was a flood on earth, and that was when the waters broke before she was given birth on the moon. That's what I say. I don't know, I could be wrong. But it came out of heaven from somewhere, and then it also came up from the earth. They said the fountains of the earth exploded upwards and fell. Maybe there was some kind of a disruption while she was in the throes of giving birth. I don't know. However, these are the things that were written, and I am seeing the chemistry that points to the facts that they actually happen. So that means, getting back to my original point, is we got to start all over again. All right, go to Mud Fossil University. Stay with me on this. Find out. Don't let anybody turn you around on this, because you got to learn the things. There's a lot here, and I'm telling you, it relates to eternity. So you do what you want, but if you want, stick around and we'll see what we got.